Hey everybody, welcome back to Gator One Gaming. Today we're going to be continuing our Pillars of Eternity series. I do want to point out there's going to be a bit of a gap as far as what happened at the end of episode 2 and what's going to be happening now. There was a bit of an issue with the recording, and the sound quality sounded like I was standing under a waterfall and a fish tank. I know it's two very different sounds. You get the rush of the water from a waterfall and the bubbly sounds of a fish tank, or maybe even a brook. But it's really poor quality, and I don't feel comfortable even offering for you to watch it. If someone desperately really wants to watch it, I can put it up, but I'm just gonna pretty much catch everybody up. Mainly, all that's really happened so far is we've gotten to the town and went to the inn, goofed off, got a dog, and we're pretty much catching up right here. We had a dream or something about seeing a dwarf woman. In fact, I'll just show this here. You have to find the dwarf woman from the dream, and yeah, she had this horrid, ghostly, eyeless face that appeared in my dreams apparently, and I recalled seeing her in the tree, I believe. So supposedly we're here to at least make sure she's dead. To just basically confirm it to ourselves. So, let's go ahead and have a chat with her. Aldara de Beranzi, the squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman, dangles from a thin, crooked bow that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. Gross. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings. There is a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it. Not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. Let's touch the woman. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading outward, out toward the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness, in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog, her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you. Creepy.
Have you come here for me, dear, or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Am I imagining this?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy, even, to not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I, wherever here may be.
How are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
I need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there.
She nods.
You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
what's a watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, though. Not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair, and here we are visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on, some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either living or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies, see memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well, a wonder!
What do you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
She smiles at you reassuringly, fanning out a tuft of long whiskers that sprouts from one of her cheeks. That's disgusting.
You should see old Meerwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
On a side note, I think I survived a Beowig. Do you know why that would be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing. Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
You said souls break apart over time?
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again, but less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. No. A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
I want to know something about you.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
Who are you?
And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
I just want to point out, it says that she breathes a mild sigh, sending a small beetle skittering from inside her cheek. Gross. In fact, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Bye.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
No, it wasn't. Caldara closes her eyes and her head slumps forward over the noose, and your surroundings seem to bleed into your vision from some unknown place of waiting. I was granted the Crucible of the Soul. Aloth looks at you through narrowed eyes. Are you alright? You seemed lost just now. Yeah, I'm a watcher. His arched eyebrows recede into his hood. Well, that is interesting. He gives you a sly grin. And I expect this has nothing to do with the hooded figures in the ruins, Oh. In any case, I appreciate your honesty. Since we're traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things. Do you know anything about Watchers? Only that they're rare, and that they seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions, as you just demonstrated. Moving on.
17 and a half.
Yep, 17 and a half. Who are you? Adair. The smell of pipe smoke, at once earthy and sweet, winds its way into your nostrils. Your eyes trace the smoke to its origin, where you find a broad man with straw-colored hair, leaning against a mossy rock wall, his pipe held to his lips with one meaty hand. He looks you directly in the eye, but the look is not aggressive. He regards you with a peculiar smirk.
17 and a half. Well, could be 18, depending on how you count the dwarf woman.
What are you talking about?
The people hanging from the tree. 18 of them. Well, last I counted, anyway.
Okay. Aloth frowns. Is that what you people do for fun around here? Yes.
Name's Adair. Though to the people around here, might as well be 19. Don't think I'd put you much higher than 22, 23 tops. You look like the sort that likes to get involved.
What was that about a dwarf?
The dwarf woman. You were trying to figure out whether to count her as a full person. I think you oughta.
What makes you think I was interested in the dwarf woman? He looks at you a moment, his brow arched. His smirk broadens.
I was smoking over here, saw you staring at her. Twice I refilled my pipe. You never so much as blinked. Your mouth was so slack I took you for a Radric at first.
Impossible. I don't drool half as much. So you're already familiar. Still, you'll have to forgive my curiosity. Around here, we prefer to turn a blind eye to our dead. Do you know what a watcher is?
Careful, friend. Best not use that word round here. Could be any number of Radric bootlickers within earshot. Ciphers, animancers, watchers. Same thing in the eyes of folks around here, Radric especially. They come through these parts all the time with their cures, preying on the desperate. None of them are who they claim to be.
I'm special.
Of course, seeing you with that funny look, I'd be halfway inclined to believe you were having some kind of communion with that dwarf. Either case, maybe I'm not 19 after all. No offense.
You think you're gonna be hanged?
The town's had it in for me for a long time now. Only fellow who ever stuck up for me, well, he's number 18 up there. My headman on the farm. Used to be my captain during the war.
Why was your headman hanged? Got involved. Okay. Radric sent Nin down here the other day. Said they had it on good authority someone in town was working with Kolsk, whoever that is, plotting Radric's overthrow. Said if he didn't come forward right then and there, they'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward. So Swithin, that's my headman, he steps up and says it's him. They took him at his word. He sighs and shakes his head, his eyes fixed on the tree. Bound to happen sooner or later. Not for plotting against Radric, then for protecting me. What does your town have against you?
Pick the wrong god. That's what it comes down to. Used to be a lot of Aethys worshippers in Gilded Vale. That mess of rocks over there, that was a temple to him, to give you some idea. Then one day, somebody named Widewind shows up on Deerwood's doorstep. Says he's the living flesh of Aethys. Got an army with him. Suddenly, Aethys isn't so popular in these parts. My brother Woden and me, neither of us believed it. No way was that Aethys. He enlisted, then I did too. But, he didn't make it back. After the war, people took to punishing Aethys worshippers, accusing them of treason. Got real ugly, especially after the legacy started. Folks needed someone to blame. I was safe because I fought, but then this rumor starts that my brother, that he was on the wrong side. And I wasn't so safe anymore. Until my headman stepped in and said they'd have to hang him to get to me.
So it's your fault.
Seems that's no longer a concern. Of course, the townies don't do the hanging these days, but when Raedric's men come, they got no problem doing the pointing.
Yeah. Aleph glances at you and lowers his voice. You can see why I was eager to leave. Yeah. Who is Kulsk? That's a good question. Someone who got tired of all the hangings. He's on the run now. Probably will be till they catch him. If you're next to be hanged, what are you still doing here? He gives a half smile. Drinking, mostly. Okay. Point of fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured where I'm going yet. Not a whole lot of places out there that don't think Widewind's legacy started with Widewind. We can travel together. Where are you headed? Some place called Cadnua. There's an old watcher there who might be able to help me.
Seem to remember hearing something about that years ago. He tamed that place. People would seek him out for all kinds of things. Troubles of the soul, questions for the departed. Of course, that was back when you didn't have to say watcher with a hush on your breath.
Right.
A man such as that, there'd be things I'd want to ask him. Don't know why I never thought of it before.
I don't know.
Not sure how I feel about setting out with a stranger. And a strange one at that. But, truth be told, you might be the only one in town who wouldn't feel some relief seeing me swing from that tree.
True. Couldn't care less. There's a fine reason if I ever heard one.
All right, then. Guess I'll do some sightseeing. Long as you're not the one picking the sights.
Well, let's get going. Alright, so we have Adair. I think that's what he said his name was. Now, see friends. Right. Good. Continue to Mayorwald. Shadow Cadnua, yep. And find Tenfrith. Blackhound Inn in Gildavale has lost its beloved cook. Let's head out this way. And hurry up. Chugga 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 chugga. Okay. Balewood. Soulbound items gain additional powers as the wielder meets specific requirements. Really? Okay. In here. Let's try up here. Ding! Discovered a bandit camp. That's Tenfrith. Level up here. Now. Just consumable, bonus damage versus flanked enemies. Let's go. Wait, I get stealth? Sure. We'll do. Wow, how many? 6. Do stealth. No. Let's do mechanics. 1 in lore. No. 2 mechanics, 1 more into stealth. There we go. Now. Swift strikes. That increases attack speed. 5% burn damage per wound. Monk is able to channel physical pain into pure energy and redirect it at certain attackers. While the monk has wounds, he or she adds a proportional fire bonus to melee damage. Okay, so 5% burn damage. Passive gives me 2 to move speed. Okay. Force of Anguish. Powerful attack that knocks the target back a significant distance if the attack is successful. Target bumps others out of the way and bounces off hard surfaces like walls before ending up prone. That's cool. You got kicked in your chest. Oh, for 10 seconds. 14 to 20 crush. What is turning wheel? Right, okay. Yeah, let's go. Well, how many wounds? 2 wounds? 1 wound, and these are passive. Let's just go with Force of Anguish. Done. Step forward. Tinfrith. The young dwarf tending to the stew looks up, startled as he sees you approach. He drops his ladle, spattering stew across the ground. How dare you waste stew? What? The bandit turns. Get him, you dogs, and make sure our new cook doesn't run off. Should say, make sure our new cook don't run off. Help! Please help! One of the bandits gives Tinfrith a kick as they pass him, and he huddles. So you have a sword? Can't tell what you got. So we got 2 daggers and a bow. We'll start with this guy. So punch him in the mouth. Just attack, normal. You knock this guy down.
Well?
Punch harder. Kidney punch him if you have to. Go. Oh, pause. Go. Go.
Yeah.
Alright. Clean up. Clean up. Okay. You can't. Do you have? Nope. I have that. Let's see. Do I have a cape? I do. I have that good one. That's right. You have. Oh no, you have a good one too. Wow. Okay. Does it show the same for? I'm just gonna give it to him. I'm pretty sure. No, maybe he does have one. I don't know. I got enough. Let me check, because that's Fire Cloak of Protection. Yeah, you just have a regular... Yeah, that's what I thought. You can have this. That can go in storage. You can wear that. I can't wear anything, because I have horns. Okay.
Good day, stranger.
By the flame, thank you, thank you, thank you. I thought I'd be stuck cooking for these ignorant weasels for the rest of my life. Or until they were bored with me, I suppose. Did Pasha send you? She must be beside herself. I must get back at once. But listen, the next time you're in Gilded Vale, make sure to drop by the Black Hound. I'll let her know what you've done for me. I'm sure she'll do right by you in turn. Already talked to her, dude. To be back at my oven again. Gilded Vale major positive. Alright, I think I kept hitting my microphone. Okay. All the loots. Yeah, silvers. Stiletto. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen one.
Yes.
Yes. Let's see. Oh boy, over... Did I... Hold on. No. I ever... Over here. Okay. What's this? Stuffs. Okay. Moving on. Punch it. Punch it in the mouth. Boop its snoot really hard. Yeah. Mushrooms. What do we have here? What do we have here? A bush. Oh, kill it with fire. So good. Good body.
Nice and quiet.
I see something.
I see you. Jasper, turquoise, and amethyst. Nothing else. Okay. Over here. Into the cave. I recall we talked to a guy that said, yeah, if his friend got killed by a bear in here, so let's kill this bear. Oh wow. Okay. Whoa. 5 wounds. Like immediately. Kick that bear really hard. That's bad. Now knock it down. It was supposed to go prone from that attack, and it didn't. What is that? Modification of the soul mechanism. Oh yeah. You kick you. Whatever that was. Yeah, metal is minor missiles.
Yes.
You, I need you to second wind. Poof. You all better kill that thing, or I'm gonna kill you. Dang. Knock it down again.
La Baru.
Second wind before it hits. And toss it with a button. Didn't do anything. Missiles again. Okay. Shoo! Shoo, buddy.
What is it?
Not what I was expecting. Well, figure drifts suspended in the musty air of the cavern. Its form and features blur and twist in cascading ripples of incandescence. You feel its energy eddying about your limbs, filling them with a heavy chill. Touch it. You reach out a hand for the spirit. In the moment of contact, you feel as if you have been struck a blow, head reeling as you tumble helplessly into a waiting darkness. Light blooms at the edges of your vision. You feel the sun at your back and the weight of a bow in your hand. You know, suddenly, that you have come a long way from the vale hunting deer. Now you are standing before a cavern, and the darkness extends far into the depths. Even so, your friend strides out before you, his red cloak flapping at his heels. You follow, heart hammering in your chest as he leads you deeper into the cavern. There is a roar like thunder echoing around you. Fear seizes you, casts you stumbling back towards the exit, towards light and escape. You see a glint of steel, and there is a sudden, terrible flash of agony behind your knee. You scream, stumble, fall. Your thoughts are chaos, lanced through with pain. But in a moment of terrible clarity, you see your friend look back from the mouth of the cavern, his dagger daubed in crimson to match his cloak. And then there is a great, dark shape above you. And then there is more pain. The vision recedes, and you are thrown back into yourself with seemingly resentful force. The corpse lies at your feet, and the specter lingers in the span of energy between you both. You feel a sense of questioning, of confusion, of anger. Trying to be mean. So, I mean, I can just, You were betrayed. Only a fool couldn't see it coming. A sudden lashing anger emanates from the spirit. Rage and grief seem to pour from the gleaming figure like smoke. I'll find him and see that he answers for what he's done to you. For a moment, the spirit seems to burn bright, and your head fills with a sickly triumph. The spirit seems to weaken with the force of its own exaltation, growing fainter and fainter until you are alone once more.
They won't see me coming.
Alright. I go find the dude we met on the road. You can have that. Everything else goes in the stash. Let's head on out, chair. Okay. Hit that map. So that's exciting. Found the dead guy. Head into Gilded Vale. See what's what. What? There's a ruin. Is this road south? Blacksmith. Windmill. Ingrid's house. What's this? Office. That's the sister. See, okay, that's where we're at. It seems like a important place that I haven't checked, so check it out. Ding dong! Smaller and faster weapons should have a blah, blah, blah. Never mind. I'll take what's on the table here. What's this? That's some good reading right there, guys. It's up for you to pause and read if you want. Okay, and I'll take it. Ingrid. This man and woman appear to have been deep in conversation, working at closing two bulging satchels. They move to embrace until the woman notices your approach and pauses, her smile faltering a little. You whore.
Gods keep you.
Can we help you? She looks to her companion, brows furrowing with confusion. Do you know this man Naunton? Yes, I think we met in the Valewood. I warned him about the bear. Glad to see you've made it. Was there something else you wanted? You seem to be in a hurry. Yes, I imagine so. We're packing for a trip, actually. I've been meaning to visit Defiance Bay, and, well, in truth, I think I've had my fill of this town. Well, I can't say I blame you. Naunton reaches to take her hand. It's time for some new scenery. Pretty sure I called you out on this when I met you the first time. I know what really happened in that bear cave, Naunton. The color drains from Naunton's face. I don't know what you mean. I told you the truth of it. Are you accusing him of something? Ingrid looks to Naunton, touching his arm. If this is about the accident, we're both grieving Pearlie's loss, but it was a wild animal's doing. Naunton shakes his head minutely. You see a tremble in his hands. What would make you suggest such a thing? I wonder what this is. I don't know what that would be. I had a vision in the cave. I saw Pearlie's last moments as he lived them. I saw you cut him with the knife. That's not possible. Naunton stares at you. How could you possibly know? His hand falls to his sword belt. I left no sign. Naunton, wait. Ingrid raises a hand. I don't know what you saw in the cave, but this isn't what you think. Pearlie, my husband, he was as much a beast as that bear. Then you kill him. In his sleep. Of course, I guess that looks a little more suspicious. I tried to leave the first time I suffered his temper, but he wouldn't have it. She looks away, expression pained. Naunton, we met and I knew I'd found someone special, someone kind, who cared for me. Please, all we want is to leave this place, to start somewhere else. She looks down at the satchels. We've some coin saved up. You could have it, if you'll only let us go. Sounds fair enough. Hand it over. No, whatever your reasons you caused the man's death, I'm taking this to the magistrate. Pearly doesn't get a second chance. You two don't deserve one either. Keep the money. Use it to start your new life. I don't need your coin. Go. Get out of my sight. Well, if you've got coin, you've got stuff, and I'd like to have all of your stuff. Blind fool! Naughton draws his blade. You won't take this from us. Not for that wretch. There's 3 of us. Much better equipped than you. I'm a death godlike. You're an idiot. I should be able to tell you, give me your things and you hand them to me because you know I'll kill you. So, punch him in the mouth. Put her on her face. Oh, I should have camped. And,
Well,
good. Now, you attack him. Oh, wow. I actually got the on him. Kick her in the head. Boom, son. You got kicked in your head. See, you got the money, you got this ring, which is mine now. Open this.
laying low.
Search the
Of
house.
course.
Boom. It's gold rot chew. We might for 600 seconds, 10 minutes. 1 move speed, -2 perception. Staple of the Deerwood and countryside, gold rot chew is a favorite of farmers who swear by the minor boost in energy it provides. Those who use it often find that they feel sluggish when they stop. The chew is made from the root of the golden celery plant. Interesting. Rope and grappling hook, camping supplies. You know, we can, oh, I can't camp here. That's fine, I can always go stay at the inn for free. In the box. What's in the box? Beer. Okay, stop sneaking. That's suspicious. Come on, guys. Let's head back to the inn, at least to rest. Wait, hold on. Who are you? Child. Theophilian. So, these NPCs that you see that have like the gold nameplate like that are greenish, I can't really tell. Those are characters that were created by backers. They're NPCs you can go up to. I'll show you. You talk to them, and you can basically see their soul. So you can see what kind of history that the player or the backer actually gave them. Well, let's do this one. Reach out for the soul. Okay. You have to read it all, but you see a pennant waving tall and sluggish in the wind. A rising sun embroidered on the banner, the vanguard of a small troop of paladins. The atmosphere is buoyant, if restrained, and their armor has not yet been tarnished by the elements. This expedition is fresh, young, filled with zest and zeal. At their head stands a commander, awkward in full armor, but determined in step. Despite the excitement of his fellows, he does not smile. There's a twist to his mouth, his countenance grim. He throws up a hand, halting his troop. Silence falls among them, revealing a dark thunder, deep and low. He orders them to ready their weapons and spread out. Eyes dart from horizon to horizon, necks twisting to see the source of the sound. In the distance, dust and lightning rise from the ground as Stygian clouds race towards them overhead. The soldiers stand, only the staccato movement of their breath betraying their nerves. The commander closes his eyes, Commander closes his eyes, calling a blessing down on his troop. Invigorated and invincible, they wait as the enemy draws closer, poised to attack. Yeah, they could create the character, create a backstory for it, something short like that, and they give it a name and they place them throughout the game. You get nothing from doing it; it's just a little side thing. Same with backers could create gravestones that you can find randomly, really. Let's go ahead. Stealth skill is used to avoid detection while in scouting mode. It's like rogues and rangers start with the bonus of stealth. That helps with detection. Actually, it's probably perception. Let's
Gods keep you.
sleep. Oh, well, actually, I forgot we rescued Tinfrith. Hello, and welcome to the... Oh, it's you! Tinfrith told us what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back. I can't thank you enough. You're gonna love me here. Consider yourself a favorite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Tinfrith said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already at work. Already back to work in the kitchen. So what would you like? Like a room. Certainly, you're always welcome. Common room. Because it's free! Cozy. Talk to the old dwarf. Dwarfy dwarf. Ah, it's you, my savior! He makes a sweeping gesture to indicate the kitchen around you. It's so good to be back. Do not think I will let this go unrewarded. I have decided that you have earned the right to learn one of my most closely guarded secrets. My dearest recipe. After this, you will eat nothing else. Savory pie. Savory pie to keep you hale and hearty. May it serve you well in your travels. Actually, that sounds really good. Meat pie, just... It is very hearty. I made a bacon cheeseburger pie once. Oh, so good. It'll kill you, but it's so good. More athletics. We'll just dump it into survival for you. Everyone can use survival. Merciless gaze, fetid caress. I don't like the contact spells, like you have to be within melee range or something to use them. Necrotic Lance is good. This will destroy your entire party, because I mean, let's face it, the tank and melee are always right in front of them, so this will roll through them and burn them as well. So, oh, I still have. Okay, I get 2. It's on here. So Hawks, Parasitic Staff, Ghost Blades, Thrust. What is this? Thrust of Tattered Veils. Quick strike of crushing force, dealing little damage but having a high chance to disrupt. Okay. You know what? Yeah, let's take that. Well. Now, a day. You're pretty good with athletics. So, you, and you. You don't have to spend all the points. But I mean, to start out with, you might as well, because I mean, things don't cost all that much. And everyone can use a little bit of everything, so, you know, it helps. Discipline, Barrage. Are any of these passives? Oh, Guardian Stance. I guess we'll make him focus. Well, let's see. Hold on. Okay, that is Guardian Stance. Okay, let's make sure I picked the right thing. Okay, I think that's a great place to stop for this episode. The story thickens. It's confirmed that I am a watcher, as if we didn't know that already. But, you know, we're starting to get somewhere. We know where we need to go next, to Cadmua. See Mayorwald. Got us a new party member, who was on death's row, essentially, but is still proven to be quite useful still. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share. If you have any suggestions for games you'd like to see, by all means let me know. I'll play anything just about anything once, except maybe, I don't know, baby games, kid games, I don't know. Even some kid games. The Lego games are actually really cool. Anyway, some of them are anyway. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a great day, and I would love to see you come back.